Can check the Instagram. Open Chinedu Anichi. You will see the live video. You seen it?
Yes.
So just open it and be watching it. Pull down the volume so that yeah, my people. Yeah, Uchenna Kanu is there, and it's okay, right? We're good. Yeah, hello, my people. My name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity here. So, and this is Chinedu Anichi TV. You know, we are African voice in diaspora. People have been talking our talk. Europeans talk about us. Arabs talk about us. Asians talk about. People talk about Africa from all dimensions. But this time, we have decided that Africans will talk about Africa. And today, we have a wonderful personality, one of our great sisters, one of the African icons when it comes to the leather game, which is football, especially in the female side. Today, we are having a hat trick, someone who is known for scoring hat tricks internationally, globally. Today, we are having a sister that has represented over 200 million Nigerians when it has to do with football. Anyway, let me not say much about her. She's coming because what we are discussing today is the making of Uchenna Kanu as a footballer. That's what we're discussing. So today we have our sister Uchenna Kanu of Super Falcons, and she is here already live. So for those of you who are on Instagram, those on Facebook, those on YouTube and other social media that are watching us live now, this is a day of super engagement on this platform. So may I have the privilege to welcome uh, our sister Uchenna to the studio.
Hello.
Yeah, hello Uche. You're welcome to Chinedu Anichi TV. How are
Thank
you
you so
doing?
much for having me.
Yeah, today we're having you, and Nigerians are waiting, Africans are waiting, and globally, Chinedu Anichi TV is a global family, and a lot of people are waiting to see. First of all, we thank you for being punctual. It shows that you are well brought up. It shows that the bad tendency has not left you. So, for being punctual, for being humble, for being available to the people to interface in this platform.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Okay. So for us to start honestly, now that you're here, since I invited you for this show, what and what comes to
I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those live shows where people throw questions at me and want to know about me, I believe. And I'm prepared for that. And yeah, I'm excited to chill with your fans and, of course, my fans as well, to just talk about my journey together and have people get to know more about me. So, yeah, I'm excited.
Wow. Okay, that's great. I know you're used to shows, live shows, interviews, and different things. But today, you are you are coming to a show that has an African actor in diaspora. So what we do is to showcase our best to the world, to talk our own talk.
Hmm.
We don't wait for people to talk for us anymore. Because once an outsider talks about you, it cannot go without prejudice. But when you talk your talk, talk
Mm.
about yourself. You talk reality. So you are here today because you are an African, and we're about to talk about you by Africa. Okay?
I appreciate it.
So thank you. Yeah, I want you to introduce yourself to our viewers, you know, tell them one or two things so that I don't bother with many questions. I am this, what you do, your and touch introduction and profile. It'll be great.
My name is Uchenna Kanu, and I'm a forward at the Nigerian women's national team and racing Louisville FC here in Kentucky, USA. Um, I was born and raised in Aba, Abia State, Nigeria. I went to Southeastern University in Lakeland, Florida. Um, I've played in Sweden, played in Spain, played in Mexico, and now I'm playing in the NWSL League in the US. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me.
You had your sister born and raised in Aba. That's great. So that's the one that is sweeting me. That one is sweeting me like you know when you have somebody who is doing exploits on a career globally and the person traces his or her roots to your own roots, it gives you joy. So when among all these things you're talking about, there are great achievements, but the one that is so touching to me is born and raised in Aba. You know,
Oh,
so
wow.
on that note, I want to say you are one Aba.
Of course, I'm Waba now.
So yeah, that's good. Well, but what I want to say this moment, all the stars that have been coming to my show, I like to touch one part of them that will provoke others to struggle. One of them is their background, how they started. If you touch a senior, you will say I hawked pure water. If you touch the other person, Naya, you will say I did this. Today we are touching Uchenna Kanu. We want to hear what she did. Because some people will think maybe you just jumped from somewhere and became who you are today. So we want to hear some of these background stories of Nwaba and how you metamorphosed to where you are today, so that it gives others motivation and encouragement to continue to struggle. So if you can be privileged to hear that from you, that would be good.
Um, like I mentioned earlier, I was born and raised in the streets of Aba, where I it was all about struggle. Um, it was hard being a female footballer growing up in Aba, the environment, the people around. Yeah, it wasn't easy. But again, the passion was there for the game, and I was just pushing through every struggle, every moment, every opportunity I had. I took advantage of it. Um, my dad didn't really support me playing, at the earlier stage. He was a little bit tough, but again, I was stubborn because I love football and I loved going out with boys on the street playing and just having fun with it as a little kid. Um, my mom used to sell things on the roadside, things like corn. I don't know, I've mentioned that before, oranges, fruits, whatever, just whatever she could get to just to support the family, and I was there supporting her doing that. Um, I would, um, I would go with my brother to the markets to hawk like whatever my mom had for us to, hawk at the time. I would do that to support her. And yeah, I was doing that just to survive, I guess. My dad was, if you guys know, my dad was an Okada man at the time, and we were surviving like that. Yeah, I didn't give up on football because I loved it and I had passion for it, even though my dad didn't support me 100%. But I still did it anyways. I would go out, he would yell at me when I, came back home, and back and forth like that. Long story short, I got the opportunity to play with the U17. That was in 2014, and actually I had gone before in 2011, 2012, and I was dropped because again maybe I wasn't it wasn't my time, or I wasn't good enough for the team at the time. But I came back again because again I didn't give up on football. I kept thriving. I kept pushing and working hard, getting better. So I went back in 2014 and I made the team, the U17 team. Went to the World Cup, and coming back from that, God helped me. I did well, scored a few goals, and automatically I was promoted to the U20s in the same year. And I went to the 2014 Women's World Cup, the U20 2014 Women's World Cup in Canada. I played that, and then after that, I got the opportunity for a scholarship to play in the US for a school. That's how I moved to the US in 2016. Got a full ride scholarship to play for Southeastern University and graduated December 2019. Signed my first contract in Spain during COVID, but it wasn't really, uh, it didn't really go well because of COVID. We were in lockdown after like a few games in. Um, in the season, everything was shut down. We went on lockdown. That was the end of it for me in Spain in 2020. So I moved to Sweden, played 2 seasons in Sweden, moved to Mexico. Yeah, here I am in the US, back in the US, in the NWSL League, playing with Racing Louisville FC right now. So yeah, that's kind of like the gist of my story. So yeah.
That's mind blowing. So one of the reasons why we ask all these questions are people will tend to think that you just fed off from one palm tree and became a Chakana or Falcon. So you see, for those who are watching us, you can see that you don't give up. You know, you tried before, you didn't make the team, you did again and again, and today you made it. So your mother was selling things by the roadside. Now I've seen your mother granting interviews by different news platforms. And, so the woman who was by the roadside is no more on the roadside, and the Okada man too. I'm very sure the Okada man is smiling anyway. So, so you're a motivation to many people who are trying to give up. That's the reason why we want to bring you. Okay, so thank you. So when I was going through um, some of the things you do, I came across series of hat trick, especially the one that happened in Mexico. You understand? So and how the whole world celebrates that particular hat trick. Can you tell us the story?
I don't even remember what team we were playing, but it was my first hat trick for the Liga BBVA League in Mexico. That's the Mexican league. It was my first hat trick there, and yeah, it was all Again, my teammates' hard work. I was just there at the right time to finish. Um, if it wasn't for my teammates who passed the ball to me, I probably wouldn't have scored those goals. So yeah, kudos to my teammates. and of course being in the right position as a forward and as a um, someone that has eyes for goals and things like that. So I was just positioned at the right place at the right time, and I was able to finish those chances. So yeah.
Wow. So being at the right time at the right place is one. Two is how that first hat trick, the role it must have played in your life psychologically. You understand? There are things that when you do, it will remain indelible in your memory.
Mm.
And even when challenges come, it serves as a triggering point for you to surmount or turn those challenges to stepping stones. So, do you agree with me that such goals, always, such hard things can become a trigger each time that you have challenges to be able to forge ahead?
Of course, I mean, absolutely. Um, just the thought of it, the thought of uh, getting goals and scoring for your team and helping your team to be at the top, it's, you know, nothing matches that. It's just, it feels nice to be on a team that your contributions and your attributes is highly valued, and you just be there to be you and do what you know how to do. So it feels good. And again, I'm proud of myself, proud of my team. um, yeah, i just I just want to score goals for any team I'm on. So that's my mindset. So I take every chances I get.
One of the important things here, you see, there's a kind of virtue somebody will possess. You will not know how endearing people. Like from the comments session now, the answer you give to what I asked now is triggering up something. Do you know one of the persons said, just look at what somebody said now. Look at the screen.
Abuchi, thank you so much.
Yeah. So what it means is that yeah, some people will score goals and say, I did it, I did it, I did it. But this time you say, yeah, you appreciate the teamwork. You didn't just give the glory to yourself, but you are giving the glory to the whole team. The success was the success of the entire team. And that's very, very good of you. And
Thank you.
uh, one of the things I have to ask you is I want to give you a free landing. Which message did you give to our people? How can you use your life story and how you came up to where you are now to encourage the suffering Nigerians? You know what is happening now in our place? Choking angry fingers of the economy. People are still learning the new national anthem. So I'm very, very sure that if your team goes to play tomorrow, people will need to put a piece of paper or download it in your phone because I'm very sure that the whole team cannot sing the national anthem now. So we're still learning the national anthem while others are going far. So I want to give you a free landing. You are in a home platform. So that I will not teleguide you by any questions. Take a free landing, say to Nigerians what you want to say. Feel free.
I mean, first of all, I don't know if you guys know, I I have a foundation, Uchenna Kanu Foundation, and I launched that last year, December. Basically, what we're doing with the foundation is to give the girl child um, as many opportunities as we can when it comes to scholarships, because I had the same opportunity playing in the US, having a full scholarship to play. And that's what I'm bringing home to my people, especially IPNs. That's the main objective of my foundation. Um, and we just started that. Again, I want to touch on the girl child, who is watching right now, who is in my, or who relates to my story right now. I think it's important that you keep doing what you're doing, keep thriving. I did the same. I was in the same position as you right now. It's never going to be easy. It's never. Nobody's gonna tell you, oh, when you wake up, you're in Europe and you're playing football professionally. It doesn't work like that. But one thing for sure is the things that you can control. If you can control how much passion you have for the game, how much work you put in, your mindset, um, your commitment to training. I think those are like guidelines to achieving or attaining your dreams. So if you're watching, just know that it's always going to pay off. Your hard work is always going to pay off. I was on the streets hawking orange, minerals, water, whatever. I sell pure water for road. Ma put on like that. So if you're watching this, you know that I struggled, and thank God, where I am today. Um, I know that my journey is still long. It's still far away, but right now I want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, keep thriving. One day your hard work is gonna pay off, and for every Nigerian struggling, it's you just have to, you know, hold tight and keep working. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to just pray and it's gonna be fine. Prayer, don't just do it. Of course, you're gonna pray. Of course, you're gonna believe in God, but you just have to put in the work. That's the most important thing. Um, we all feel the heat. I day abroad, I they feel the heat for Nigeria. So I'm imagining you guys in Nigeria how it feels. So it's 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 not what we planned for the country to be right now. But I believe it's going to be okay. Everything is going to be all right, especially those with talents, those that have things doing. Just hold on to what you have, hold on to your talent, hold on to your belief, and yeah, it's going to work out one day. Um, yeah, I know people are tired of people telling them it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It's always gonna be okay, But you just have to keep pushing. You just have to hold tight and keep working hard. And if you get talent, show it off. If you have anything you want to be or what you're doing, social media is growing a lot right now. And if you have any talent, if you have anything that you're doing that is like maybe whatever it is, show it off on social media, show it off on the internet. People are going to be you never can tell. People are going to be attracted to it. People are going to be involved. You don't know when it's going to happen, but you just have to keep doing what you're doing, keep posting things. If you have videos, if you have content, if you have whatever you want people to see, don't hesitate to show it off. You don't know who's going to see it, and then that will be a breakthrough. So I encourage you to stay tight. I encourage you to keep working hard, and I encourage you to believe in God. And yeah, everything is going to work out.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Abuchi, do you have any question for Tina?
It's great to meet our Uche Carlo. It's great to
Hello.
meet you, and it's even
Nice to
more
meet you.
great to listen to you and see
Abuchi, first of
the
all,
side
please,
that we don't know. Okay, can you hear me
Abuchi,
now?
can you tell us your name and where you are watching
Oh,
from?
no, okay.
impression.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, Uchenna. My name is Rabu Chinwugu. I'm in Maryland, USA, and I'm the current president of Nsuka USA. And it's amazing what Chinedu TV Anichi TV is doing, and then getting us to bringing you close to home is even more amazing. But I'm just listening to you this afternoon and pouring your heart and telling us what you belong, what you believe in. But even more important is your heart to help the girl child, which we all know that is a problem where we're coming from. And thank you for doing what you're doing. Thank you for your foundation. When we finish, maybe through Chinedu, you can send me a link, and my association can support your foundation. What you're doing is what we want to hear from talented youth out there. With, the love and the passion for how for Nigeria as a nation is known, and we can see more today from hearing your voice and hearing what you mean, because you're saying the real deal, and just keep your heart strong. The game is on. The world is open. You can continue to dominate. Don't get distracted by defeat. Just support. Even the Super Eagles, keep supporting them in your own way, your own wisdom, whatever thing you think you can offer them, because we know that Nigeria is going to be a great country. We're a great country, and we're going to wake up one day. When I see people like you who believe in Nigeria, it gives me courage. So thank you again, Uche. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Chinedu. Son of good. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Yes.
On that note, guys, anybody that wants to support the Uchenna Kanu Foundation is uchennakanu.com/foundation. You can go and check it out. My website for the foundation. You can go check it out. If you have any donations you want,
Can you type it? Can you type it on comments on Instagram? Just go to Instagram. Let me pin it. Then I will type it myself here.
I just did.
I've seen it.
So yeah, guys, just check it out. See what we're doing. You can see our goals, our vision, our mission. Everything is there. You can just see what we've been able to achieve. We currently have a player in school right now through the foundation. She's a junior right now. She's in college. She's transferring this weekend to Pittsburgh University, and yeah, that's what we're doing with the foundation, and we need all the support we can get. So guys, go check it out. We're planning to have another event this year, but we haven't scheduled it, but we'll definitely have an event, a showcasing event to showcase the girl child again, like I said. So check it out, uchennakanu.com/foundation, and see what we're doing. So
okay, that's great. My people have seen our sister is thinking room, and that's one of the things that we appreciate, and that's why we are having this platform to project. Now he has a foundation thinking of how to assist people, thinking of how to motivate people. You don't just want to be alone. I am the only Lone Ranger who have achieved it. So if you're out there, my great fans, my great men, I have men. It's my man. So I want, if she reads today, to have a sign that she came to this platform. So yeah, thank you. So you're a motivation to a lot of people. Were you the only black? Were you the first black female footballer in Mexico, international?
I think so. I think I was the first African to play in the league, and of course the first African to score the hat trick that I had there. So um,
So how was the Mexico experience? Moving
it
from
was
Africa
amazing. It
as
was
the first
the,
African. So how did they treat you?
that it was phenomenal. They're really nice people. The hospitality was top notch. The fans are very passionate. They have, I think, the biggest fan base in North America or Central America. I don't know. So, but yeah, their fans are really, really passionate, and I really appreciate them. Of course, my teammates were really nice, hospitable. Um, yeah, it was a great experience for me, and I had fun playing in Mexico.
Wow, that's great. Wow, that's great. So in the Nigeria, let's go Nigeria. In the Nigerian team, um, in the Nigerian team, who is the closest par, like the closest female footballer that you so much badu her way?
That's a great question because I have a few of them, but um, mm, Chinwendu, Chinaza, um, Chamaka, Glory. There's a few of them. Um, I don't know. I just Glory is like my sister because she's the closest. She's from Aba. We played together in Aba. We grew up almost together playing in the streets of Aba. So she's kind of like the one that is like the closest. But she's super funny. Like she's very funny. That's why I love her. Just thinking about Glory right now, I want to laugh out loud because she's really that funny. Um, so yeah.
All right. Okay. This Glory, where is she? Can you give a shout out to Glory on this platform?
Of course.
Hmm.
I, uh, one day, what's up?
Let's
It's-
move on back here.
we call each other one day, so she knows.
Mhm. Yeah, that's great.
Onyobeka, she's from Ungwa, so yeah, we always speak Ngwa together. Like I try to speak Ngwa, but I don't know how to speak it, but I try. But yeah.
Wow, that's great. Ebenezer said, okay, Ebenezer, you're right, which has already confirmed that. Ebenezer says, Uchenna Kanu is the first female African player to play in Mexico and has also won the Mexico Football Championship.
Hi, Ebenezer.
Okay, so that's great, my people. And you have seen Uche is smiling. One of the key things I observed is how you are home and how you believe in your roots and how you're so proud of your roots. Um, Apart from Nigeria team, which other player in the world, female player in the world, and a male player in the world that you hold so dear?
Female player. Mm. Growing up, I used to look up to a player in Nigeria, from Nigeria, Stella Mbacho. She's no longer playing right now. I believe she played Rivers Angels, I think, her last team, maybe. I don't know. But I used to look up to her because, back then they she was amazing. She plays so well. The likes of Perpetua and Kocha, they are forwards, they are attackers. Like I wanted to be like them. I wanted to score goals like them. I was looking up to them. Also, Desire Paranozie. I'm glad I'm able to, or I'm glad that I had the opportunity to play with her on the same team before she retired. Um, yeah, and on the men's side, uh, I would say like right now, the number one player that uh, inspires me right now is Kylian Mbappe. Um, you know, he's wonderful. He's amazing. Like he's a great player. Like let me just leave it there. Um, yeah, I think he's great, and I want to be like him. And yeah,
Yeah, that's great. That's great. That's great. When I was watching the things you've been doing, what I do to for experimental and a very interactive platform like this, I try to read up about the person who's coming up. There was a crossing that was they consider one of the fastest crossings in female football team that you use the header to score. So you remember that it
mm,
was on white and white jersey.
um, was
There
it?
was a crossing from the number 7 position, and he scored from
I
the other
think
side.
yeah, I
Uh-huh.
think it was the fastest brace,
Okay, fastest.
the
Okay, I mean,
fastest two goals in a
yes,
game. So I scored two goals under 5 minutes. So I think that's what you're talking about. So the
yeah,
second
okay,
goal was a cross and a header finish. So
yes,
I
yes.
believe that's what you're talking about.
All right, all right. Wow. Wow, that's great. I'm so happy you are here and you have done all this, and our people are so happy. If you see the cheering, if you see the background, and how people are so happy that you are here. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. And but I have this very important question for you, so that we can see how others. You see, like in football, there are a lot of footballers. They were great people. They had money. They made money in the league. They made millions of dollars. They made other. But today they are broke. So many of them, some resulting from lifestyle, some resulting from some unavoidable cases of crisis in marriage, from some people from different things. So, what is your preparation as a Mwaba to avoid or to prevent such scenario coming around you as one of our pride?
I mean, those people, I don't know what happened to them. Again, life can happen. We don't know them. We don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But again, life can happen to anybody, and you never can tell. But for me, I graduated college. I have a college degree, Bachelor's of Science in Sports Management, and I plan to set up or have my own company when I retire. Um, yeah, I'm working on setting myself up for retirement. Um, Different investments here and there. Don't need to disclose, but yeah, I hope I don't end up being like those people. And I pray that God will guide me when I retire and um, to do well with my finances and manage myself well and set myself up for retirement. And yeah,
Okay, that's good. That's great. That shows that you are in Wamba. Somebody wants to ask from the comment section. He said, "Last 2 months, I saw you. Last 2 months, I saw you in Zion Ministry." Yes, evangelist. I'm also a Zionite. Evangelist Ogubi. as the spiritual director of Zion Ministry with you, and the whole world saw it. So, what propelled you to visit Zion?
I think it was a great opportunity to meet uh, Pastor Obiko B, and I just thought to visit, to see the things that we've been seeing on social media, the crowd, everything. It was real, and the anointing is really massive there. And just going there and seeing how God is using him to do great things, it was amazing. And of course, to give him my gifts, my jersey. Yeah, it was great meeting him, and he's such a nice person. um, yeah, it was a great experience. I had the opportunity to train with his boys. He's a boys team, so he has, I think, an academy. Yeah, I trained with them. Yeah, overall, it was a great experience, and I hope he liked my jersey, even though it wouldn't fit him. But I hope he liked it.
Okay, somebody said, um, this brother, your passion for football and developing the talents in the streets and understanding the challenges of the girls in football, especially in our patriarchal society, has driven your idea and the objective of Uchenna Foundation. How true is this?
That's so true. Like I was saying about the foundation, so we want to. That's one of our goals, to take as many girls as possible off the streets. Some girls right now are very talented, but they have limited opportunities for them to showcase their talent. What we're doing is using the platform of the Uchenna Kanu Foundation to give them opportunity to show who they are, their talents and their skills. Fortunately, if we have any player that is good through our clinics or our showcasing events, the player will be showcased to the universities in the US to see if they will have a chance for scholarship. That's what we're doing. So I really have passion for that because I had the opportunity, and why not bring it back? It's not all about money. It's all about how much souls you actually touch with the little things that you can do. So yeah, that's why the Uchenna Kano Foundation is to elevate the girl child dreams and showcase it to the world and get as many help and support as we can get. I cannot do it by myself, and that's why I'm talking about it, to get people to be involved and know our objective and know our plan for these girls. And yeah, so hopefully an event this year, maybe in December or whenever, I don't know, but it will be announced when it's set, to do the same thing we did last year. And yeah, like I said, we have a player, and we have like a few players on the watch from different schools. We have one already in school, so that's um, that's a success for the foundation. I'm really proud of the foundation and what we've achieved so far. We want to keep doing more because there's millions of Nigerian girls, millions of Abia State girls on the streets, and with so much talent that need to be uh, seen and projected to the world. So that's what we want to do. We want to help them shine their lights.
So it's okay because this foundation is one of the very good line. As you see me, I don't follow some musicians. I don't follow musicians. I don't even follow the video, but I love the video so much. And one of the things that make me love the video is just one word, one statement from the video that one statement from the video that we rise by lifting others. You see, that concept has, you know, made me even put on the seven chain. I bought a seven chain. I've been putting it on. I talk about him. I use that slogan for him anywhere. I don't care whether he knows about me or not. What I'm just saying is that I saw that particular word from him and is encouraging me. And as I look at you now, this foundation is a sign that you are not just talking about will rise by lifting others, but you are living it. So for now, this foundation hasn't been able to pull out one, two, three, or four people to this scholarship you're talking about, or you are in the stage to make it manifest.
We are in the process. So right now we have one player already in school, full scholarship. And we have a couple more that are still being showcased to schools. So hopefully by the end of this year, we will get a scholarship for them. That's what we're doing. So we just started last year. The foundation is less than a year old, and we've been able to achieve that. And I believe with the support of the people and everyone watching right now, it will go further. We will get um, more girls out there, and yeah, if we can get like sponsors, partners to do more showcasing events to showcase these talents to the world and to the schools. I believe we will get more of the girls out there and get them more scholarships. So right now we have a player already in school. Um, we have a couple more that we're showcasing to schools. So hopefully we get them something this year by the end. So yeah.
Look at the screen and you see somebody said so. You see the name of the person?
Real calling ones. Yes. I'm
So, so,
surprised by
so,
listening to others.
so Koliaska is telling you really wise lifting others. So she appreciates you and she's watching
Thank you
you.
so much
And,
for calling once,
she's one of the brains behind the sustenance of this my platform.
Mhm,
When I was starting, nobody how things
mhm,
start in our place. I'll come and be talking to myself.
mhm.
But she has always come around, encouraged me. So, and she has not
That's
ceased coming around whenever something good. So that I came to this level today, and it's just she's one of those who saw me to this level. So
right.
you see, and each time somebody is doing something positive, she rejoices over it, and that's great.
That's so cool. That's so nice of
Mhm.
her. Thank you for what you're doing, Koli Wansuka. We appreciate you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Mm,
You see, I want to ask you something about, you know, female football. Female football is so demanding of, um, let me say, demanding of the masculine tendency.
mhm,
You know, if you want to be a female footballer, there are a lot of things that is feminine that you must put to sacrifice.
mhm.
You understand? A lot of things, a lot of pleasures that girls enjoy, a lot of things that girls, play around with, out of discipline, out of focus on your career, and to attain a good height, you keep away from such things. How do you feel having an opportunity as a girl instead of flexing around, instead of doing all those things girls are doing and busy? You are, you are training. You are training. So how do you feel on your closet? How do you feel missing the girl activities, missing the girls flexing and others? How do you feel about that?
I mean, there's always a time for everything. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I don't enjoy myself. Sometimes I go out and enjoy myself. Um, um, but I believe that's what our career, that's what it demands. And if you want to be at the top, if you want to be or achieve your dreams, you have to sacrifice some things. And I think it's just natural, we have fun just playing football. And if that's what we make our career out of, I think it's just fair uh, to stay at the top with it, to stay on top of your discipline, to stay on top of your commitments towards that thing. I think that's just pretty much it. Again, we have times when we do other things. We have times where we go out, enjoy ourselves like at normal people. But the game requires more of, like you said, training. Um, that's just, if you don't train, you don't play. That's just facts about it. There's no two ways about it. So there's nothing like, oh, why would I choose this over this? Because it's my career and that's what it requires. So I have to do it. Um, but we have a few times that we enjoy ourselves, and so yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Yeah, you have a small dog.
My Luna. Yep.
Yeah, what is she or he?
It's a she.
So what's her name?
Luna.
Oh, Luna.
Yeah.
Okay, I think there's something I read when you are about to travel to someone. I think they also book tickets for the dog to travel with you. I read about it, and they say the correspondence I referred to said you were so happy that Luna is traveling with you. So how close are you with Luna?
Very close. So I used to have a dog in Nigeria. His name was Sherry, but he died. Um, so I got Luna in Mexico. When I was in Mexico, I my teammates all had dogs. Like some of them have like three, four dogs, and I like dogs. I like animals, especially dogs. I don't like cats. Anyways, they talked me into getting Luna because she was being given up for adoption. At the time, her mom had like eight puppies, and they would probably end up on the streets if no one took them. So my teammates, were like, "Oh, Uche, you have to get a dog. We all have dogs." Blah blah blah. I was like, I wanted a dog, right? But I didn't know how I was going to take care of the dog if I'm always traveling. Um, but she was so cute. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to take her. I adopted Luna. Since then, she's just a life changer. Like, I don't know. We have this connection that I don't know, she has an Instagram. Every time I post her, it's always something like funny or something like her showing her personality or something. she's that she's just that dog that is so adorable. She has different personalities, and she loves me so much, and I love her. um she's just she's just amazing. I don't know how to explain. You just have to check her out on Instagram. Go to her Instagram, you see all the funny videos that I make of her, then you can tell how much she loves, or how much I love her. So she's a Shih Tzu and Dachshund mix. That's her breed. For those of you who knows about dogs, yeah, she's a Dachshund and Shih Tzu mix. She's a wiener dog. But she's so cute.
Yeah, that's great.
I train her myself, actually. I tell her things to do. Sometimes I just wake up, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna teach her one thing and see how she reacts to it. And she just learns and start doing it. So that's how I train her. So whatever she does, or whatever you've seen in the videos that she does, I personally like taught her those things. So
Oh, that's great. I love dogs too, and that's how I caught my interest. I read about the correspondences about it from a very top media house. They were commenting on how you were happy the time they bought tickets for Luna, and I now knew you are attached to the donor. Yeah. So that's great. So, oh, life and grace has been enough on your shoulder. That's why you have been navigating through this to basically to where you are now. But I know in every glory there is a story. What moment in your life can you refer to as the hardest moment? Because it's when you discover the hardest moment, you will now discover when God showed up for you.
I know. I believe everyone has a story. Everyone has that story, that breakthrough story, that very sad story. Um, I actually have one as well. Um, so um, the toughest time of my life is not just hawking on the streets of Aba, back and forth. That's like nothing. But anyways, um, there was a time in my life where um, it was like life was just terrible. But at the time, it was I had just came back from training with my best friend. It was around 9 p.m. at night in Aba. Um, we usually, like, girls, whatever, we come back from training, we shower together, eat together, whatever, sleep together. She was going to sleep over in my house. So we just got back from training, we were eating. After that, there was a movie in the living room. Everyone was there. My mom was there. My dad was there. My whole family was there. And we came in, and, so long story short, I just asked her, hey, let's go take a shower like we usually do, right? So we just stepped out to take a shower, and there was fire just from nowhere. And we started screaming, like, fire, fire, like everybody else would do. And there was fire in my house, and we were just running around trying to stop the fire, but we couldn't. And again, in Nigeria, you guys know what I mean. When there's fire, how long it takes to stop the fire, and that's if they actually stop it. But unfortunately, we couldn't get the fire trucks to come on time. We literally like lost everything, basically. So I lost all my baby pictures, and um, it was hard. I lost a lot of things, not just my baby pictures. Um, my best friend was there, and the only option I had was to go home. She came to sleep in my house, and now I had to go to her house to sleep. So from that night, I was homeless. Um, my family was homeless. We kept shuttling back and forth to our friends' house. My sister had her friends, my brothers have their friends, and my sisters have their friends, and that's what we were doing for like almost the whole year, like trying to figure out what we're gonna do next. Because at the time, my dad um, had just came back with whatever he had for the day, or the money, whatever, the goods that we had, everything just got we lost everything to the fire. So now we're trying to figure out how we're gonna come back to So yeah, I um, I dropped out of school. My siblings did as well. Um, we would shuttle like back and forth from our friends' house to our house to just find a way to like maybe pick one or two things and go back. So at night we don't sleep there. It was just basically we were basically homeless. So that was like the hardest part of my life, where I didn't know what to do from there. And again, I had football. um, I clinched onto football, and I was traveling with teams wherever I hear they're playing any sport, any tournament, whatever. I would just go because I needed a place to stay at the time. I needed a place to just move away and have a few days that I actually, sleep somewhere. So I was doing that to basically survive. So yeah, that's kind of like the the hardest part. And then in the process, my dad passed of um, hypertension, just from all the trauma, all the you know high blood pressure from the whole drama. So yeah. And again, it wasn't our house, it wasn't my dad's house, we were living as a tenant. So I basically, the fire was from us, I guess. And it was our fault that the fire happened, because it was in our own um, apartment, or our own side of the building, and we were supposed to pay for it. So we couldn't. And the owner of the house was like, back and forth in my dad's butt, like chasing us up and down, and all this kind of stuff. It was a very, very terrible moment. But again, football saved me. Um, um, yeah, I don't know. I would just leave it at that. Um, there's a side of my story that I don't even think I've ever told like this before, but yeah, it happened. So yeah.
Yeah, it was inspirational, and but what is important is that God showed up for you. God showed up for you, because what makes a human being is those stories makes up who you are. And when God shows up for you, if they said difficulties, or what we call challenges, is the mother of invention. So don't get emotional about it. Thank God, God has shown up for you, and God has conquered for you. Those things are stories for you now. So I know bringing it up also might be hurtful, or it doesn't really mean anything. It's a lesson to many of the people listening to you now. People who are in different conditions. And today, you are facing the world and talking. Despite those days, they couldn't stop you. So, um, if you listen to some people, look at what Nkoli had to say about that. So, don't get emotional. No story, no glory.
Thank you.
So, thank you, my sister. I love this encounter, and I keep. So I want to say something. You are gifted. You are talented, not just in football alone. What are some other places you think, apart from football, you could do well?
That's a great question. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Um, I could do well in fashion. I can model.
Because I've seen, you know why I threw this question to you? I've seen some of your videos where you're doing like all those trousers and shirts. So you have been trying to model them, and it looks so nice. So I said, "Oh, this lady is so talented." But I wanted to know if you are really aware that you're good in modeling. And that's what I said. where else do you think you have a talent? Because
I
I've
mean,
watched a couple of your videos and it reveals that you can be a good model.
yeah, I think I
So
can
are you
try.
doing anything? Every rich person, every wealthy person, every established person on earth has multiple ways of getting income. Have you thought anything on that line, even if you are not the one doing it, because it's part of your passion? Have you thought of doing anything in that line?
Um, yeah, actually, but you know, just still thinking about it. Nothing serious right now. Nothing too serious, but um, yeah, we dey hustle now. We dey find we dey find ways. So we're open to like brands as well, collaborating with brands, and for be like, how do you say, ambassadorship or ambassador or whatever, brand ambassador kind of thing. Yeah, we're open to that, and we're in talks. So hopefully we get something. But personally, I want to have like maybe my own company of that. Again, still thinking, nothing serious, but we'll see.
No, that's great. Okay, now let's talk about Nigeria as we're rounding up. Let's talk about our country. I told you that what propelled this platform is that people talk about our stories, that we really want to talk about our own stories, so that it will be without prejudice.
Mm.
Because when a foreigner talks about you, they will talk from the point of view of a foreigner. But being real, just like you see Ri Nkole Nwansuka. So she is Ri Nsuka girl. So, so when they say somebody is real, it means she's really representing what traditional values is of Nsuka.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the way you are of Nwaba. And Aba is in Nigeria. So um, what do you think about football and raw talent, harnessing raw talent? You see, in football, many of the great players we know before now were in the streets. They knew nobody. They don't even have anybody. But they have the raw talents. So, but considering considering where we are coming from and the Nigerian spirit of you must know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. How do you think it's affecting the scouting of or the scouting for raw talent in football and even the national team and whatever we have? How do you think it's affecting it? You can balance it in the positive and in the negative.
I mean, I think things are getting better right now when in terms of that. I believe that there were times where if you don't know anybody, you know go work. And I can tell you that it's gotten so much better from that. For me, I don't know anybody. I don't know any godfather. I don't know any godmother, mother, whatever. I don't know anybody. So basically, nobody actually was, that I like, there was nobody I could just call and say, hey, I needed this or I want to be there, and then they take me there. Today, I don't get that person. So what I'm saying is, I feel like it's gotten better because there's a lot of talents, and you cannot just throw away the talents. The talents are there. They are obvious. So you can only delay it. When your time is there, your time is there, and it happens for you. So there were times people pay money to participate on a team, times where you have to be a friend to maybe the coach or whoever in charge for you to participate. But now things are gone so much better because, again, the Gen Z generation, it's taking over. So people don't open eye right now, and things are different. But not like it's completely gone. It's still there a little bit, but it's so much better. I believe that people who find themselves in that situation, there's always room for them to speak up, always room for them to um, talk about it, talk to somebody. And if you're being um, manipulated, if you're being um, treated differently, um, it's always it's hard because again, we're Nigerians and we know how it works in Nigeria and how things sometimes be taken for granted. But there's social media. Um, People are taking advantage of that. So I think it's getting better, and I believe it's going to continue to get better, and people are growing and advancing. So I no experience any godfatherism or godmotherism or any of that, so I can't really relate, those to those. But I just know that I've seen people affected, and it's no longer the way it used to be. So that's what I'm trying to. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'm trying to say.
A lot of sense. I am very, very sure that our people, when you gave a shout out that you're coming to this show, reminded us to come with popcorn. I know a lot of people came with their popcorn, and you are making a lot of sense. You see, you're making a lot of, you know, it's not just about being talented. There's what they call IQ and emotional intelligence. It's not just about for one to be successful and balanced and still be happy. You need to, visualize in the middle. You need to have a little percentage of all these kind of quotients. So it's not just that you are playing football, but facing the media today and the kind of questions resulting from investigative journalism I've been asking you. You really made great impression to our people.
Thank you.
You really proved your college degree. You really
Thank you.
proved that you are balanced in whatever you're doing, and the future is sure for you and your foundation. But before I drop,
Thank you.
I want to ask you something about the Super Eagles, the male counterpart. You know, we are seeking for qualification for the World Cup. You understand? Some people say this because they don't know how to sing the national anthem. Some people because there was a scenario where I saw they're supposed to be singing the new one, they're singing the new one. So you know how bloggers make jokes and all these comedians, Nigerians we have a
Mm.
lot of comedians, so some people make joke out of it. But the serious thing is that in our group for qualification, we are way down. What do you think? Do we have hope at all from your own point of view? They drew with South
Oh,
Africa and lost with Benin Republic.
I think there is always hope. We have the talents, the team. We get the squad. So all we need is the support. Because one thing about Nigerians is like when when a team is doing well, everybody is like happy, and when the same team is not doing well, everybody's grumpy. And it shouldn't be that way because it's football. It's either win, lose, or draw. So now, even when we win, for example, the Super Falcons, even when we win, we see attacks from different angles from people saying bad things about the team. Imagine when we lose, what we will look like. So I feel like Nigerians need to do better when it comes to supporting the teams. Um, we have the talent, we have the team. All we need is your support to do better, to be the team that you want us to be. And for the Super Eagles, I think there's always hope. They have hope, and they just need to work hard, and they just need to stop attacking, especially the fans. The cyberbullying is not, it's not needed. Like, there's no place for that in football. We shouldn't be encouraging that. I see all the attacks on the coach. He just got the job. Like, let him do his job. You know what I mean? So little things like that can go deep in affecting a team and tearing a team down. So I think it's important that we get all the support that we can get. The Super Eagles get all the support that they can get, and give the coach a chance to do his job that he just got. Um, Hopefully, we'll be in the World Cup. So
Wow. Thank you, UC. Everybody feels like you stay here endlessly, but you have put up 1 hour, almost 30 minutes. You have done great. We allow you to go and rest and do other things. But I have two passionate questions I want to ask you.
okay.
Like if you retire from active football or you get a tutor before you retire, will you want to marry?
That's a good question. Of course, of course.
Wow. What's your dream guy like? Kind of guy like you, maybe where the guy will come from or how the guy will look.
I feel like that's my personal thing. That's my business, and nobody needs to know about that. When it happens, you will all see it. It will happen. But
Okay, so you don't want to say it so that those who have that quality will not because if you say I would like to marry an Igbo guy, every person will so you start to keep it
it's not
private.
about marrying an Igbo guy or marrying a Yoruba or whatever. It's about
No, I'm just
marrying
giving you an example that if you
the
mention
person.
what you want,
It's about marrying the person who get the quality that you're looking for. It's not about where the person is from. You can be wanting to marry a Abia State person or a Igbo person, but they don't have the quality that you're looking for. And the quality in the Igbo person that you're looking for is in a Yoruba person, and it's not in the Igbo. So it's like, if you just if your man has the quality, it doesn't matter where he's from. So that's how I see it. But again, for me, it's
you
my personal thing, so
you are
I
just
don't have
good.
to disclose that to anyone.
I must confess. I must confess. I must confess. You are very good
Uh,
in all areas. Sometimes people that face my interview, when they meet me, I ask questions. Sometimes they come up with some of them are lost. Okay, so but finally, before you talk about Chinedu Anichi TV, you see what social media is doing. Social media is helping you. A lot of people have discovered their talents through social media. Some comedians, some people skit makers, actors, musicians, and they are making it. But we also have another line whereby social media is dealing with us because a lot of people are chasing the crowds and now shifted from reality.
mhm.
So balancing the two, let me use an example. What podcast is doing in Nigeria now, people go to podcast and live, see the kind of things we're discussing here. We're discussing positive things that will encourage the society. The people go to podcasts now and talk about. There's a lady that just spoke now. The university has demanded to withdraw the certificate she has. The other person went and took her own life for what she did on the podcast. The other time it was Idris Abukari.
Mhm.
The other time it was different kind of people in different podcasts. What's your advice to Nigeria about the negative rascality on the social media?
I mean, for me, the people that host the broadcast or whatever the podcast, if that's the business that they do that make them money and they live off of that, that's their business. For me, people that go to the podcast to bring other people down, to say negative things, I feel like it's not necessary. We could use our platforms for positive things, things that will make Nigeria better, things that will lift other people up. But again, that's their source of income, I guess. That's their source of, or the way they make living. I'm not gonna shut it down for them. I'm not gonna tell them to stop it, but it would be nice to see more positive things through those platforms. It would be nice to see them talk about things that will change the world, things that will change the mindset of an average Nigerian, things that will give hope to Nigeria. Um, and yeah, things that wouldn't make people take their own life, like you just said. um it's sad, but again, it's their business. But it would be cool to see cool things, things that are inspiring, things that are encouraging in those on those platforms. And um yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Thank you for that advice. And Nigerians who have heard you, I would like you to give a shout out to Nigerians, to Africans in diaspora who are behind this platform, and just that, and reaffirm your promises of always making us proud and your career. And we'll continue to pray for the grace of God to sustain you and consolidate God's continued presence in your life. Because the Bible says, in the presence of God, there's fullness of joy. Is at his right hand, there's happiness forever.
Hmm.
Once God, divinity, is unavoidably present, he will show superiority over humanity. So, because once he's around, you don't have problem. So, my own prayer is that God will continue to be present. That's all. His
Amen.
presence solves all the problems.
Amen.
So, let's get a shout out for you, for Nigerians, for Africans, in diaspora, and for reaffirming your promise to always make us proud. Because a lot of us were your fans. Let's take it promise. We're your fans, great fans.
Thank you. So yeah, I mean, for everyone watching from all over the world, I just want to say thank you so much for all the support, for joining tonight to hear my story, a little bit of my story, share with me my journey. And of course, big shout out to Chinedu Anichi TV for having me tonight. I want to encourage you guys. You've heard my story, and you know your own story and how it relates to mine, or even if it doesn't. But the bottom line is to keep pushing, keep chasing your dreams, keep being who you are, keep being yourself, and it's all going to make sense in the end. Just want to thank you so much for having me tonight, Mr. Chinedu Anichi. And I want to encourage you guys to keep supporting the good things, the good people of Nigeria. Keep supporting the things that bring good name to our nation. Um, keep encouraging you guys to keep doing what you're doing. Um, and yeah, thank you guys so much for
Okay.
tonight.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
And
Before you
don't
take
forget,
off,
uchennakanu.com/foundation. If you
Yes.
want to check it out, if you want to support the
I will request, apart from this, I'm going to request a personal video from you that I'm going to put on my page. And because there's a way I do my media, I have many ways of disseminating news. Some of my major strength is in the WhatsApp. But when I push the thing on the WhatsApp like a video, it goes so far. You understand? So later I'll talk about that with you. But for now, what do you want? What do you think, or what will you tell the world about Chinedu Anichi TV?
guys, keep watching Chinedu Anichi TV and keep projecting the good work of our people to the world. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Chetano. We are so proud of you, my people.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Those watching from Instagram, those on YouTube, anywhere you are, please. We have our sister, and she has demonstrated virtue. We are so proud of her. Keep representing Nigeria well. We are proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, my people, my name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO. We just concluded in the platform now. We had a very robust discussion with Uchenna Kanu of Super Falcons Nigeria, and an international footballer and a known hat trick maker in football today. And he has advised us, he has interacted with us, he has shared his her life experience that will keep encouraging us. Thank you, everybody. Especially, I want to give a very big shout out to Kolewa Asuka. Kolewa Asuka, thank you for coming and staying with us. To my president, the president of the Soccer Union in US, Abuchi, Onye Kachope, Chudema, Makama, Clarice IJ from Egypt, Ijoma Okoye Mecca. I can't mention all of you, Onijem Azota, all of you, please. I can't mention all your names on Facebook. Let me go to Instagram. Yeah, Chiroboski, Master of Coins, Dada Ibrahim, and all of you, Omo Lavish, um, all of you on Instagram. Well, thank you for finding time to come and stay with me. I'll keep bringing very, very, very mind innovating and educative contents to you. Please, if this is your first day, please follow Chinedu Anichi TV, follow my Instagram at Chinedu Anichi, follow you, go to YouTube, subscribe at Chinedu Anichi TV, on Facebook at Chinedu Anichi TV, and every 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 2 p.m. Central American time, 3 p.m. Eastern American time. We'll continue to be here to be bringing this content to you. God bless you. I love you. I love you. And I love you again. Thank you. Tomorrow we are going to have another big personality in the show. Always press your notification button. And whenever we're online, you'll be notified and you'll join us. God bless you.